Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Here to once again cover Palworld, but after talking about the insanity that's been going on with the Nintendo lawsuit, it's nice to have a little bit of a change of pace and talk about some good news in regards to Palworld, as we have a major update that has been revealed for the game. On top of that, another crossover will be coming, or I should say, the first crossover, although the crossover kind of started a little while ago, but you get the idea. The Terraria crossover, we knew that this was going to come at some point, but now we have some more updates, and it will be coming this summer. Hopefully, this is the first of many crossovers that will be coming to Palworld, because there is a lot of potential, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video. Obviously, amidst everything going on with Nintendo and Palworld, and hopefully they get through that, it's nice to take a look at some more of the positive news regarding the game that leaves me a little bit optimistic as far as the future of the game. So, Tides of Terraria will be coming this summer. The Terraria crossover with Palworld, which, man, what a fantastic crossover to do. Like, Terraria has been one of the prominent PC games for how many years now? So many years, and them going on board with Palworld, I feel like, even if the idea isn't this sign of solidarity, stand up against Nintendo, the fact that a crossover is happening, I think will at least embed a little bit of confidence in the people that are a little bit worried about everything going on. But let's talk a bit about Tides of Terraria. Palworld Tides of Terraria is a major update that introduces a collaboration with the adventure game Terraria, which has sold over 60 million copies worldwide. That is an insane number. The world of Terraria collides with Palworld. Catch, train, fight, and work monsters from Terraria just like Pals. A large update that can be enjoyed by fans of Palworld and Terraria. In addition to the collaboration content, further new content will be added, including new Pals and new islands. The content of the update will be announced across official Palworld social media channels over the next few weeks, so please follow. So there's going to be more updates coming. So it looks like the Terraria crossover is going to be like an event, and then this is coming alongside another update. If you're adding new islands, new pals, that's a sizable update. I don't know if this is going to be as big as Faybreak, but I mean, the fact that they named it and they're saying that new pals and new islands are going to be added, this seems to be like a Faybreak level or just below a Faybreak level update, which is sizable. I thought Faybreak was going to be the final, like, big update for the game, and then you would get some smaller updates to round out the release before 1.0 drops, but Tides of Terraria is now coming out, and this is still pre-1.0, so I don't know if they're going to do another update before 1.0 drops, but at this point, Palworld is giving you so much value. I already thought Palworld initially, while it was rough around the edges, it was well worth it for the $30. Now, you're talking about a game that is $22.49 on sale. Now, keep in mind, it will absolutely go in price before the release of 1.0, so at this point, if you're one of the few that have yet to pick it up, I would really implore you to pick it up, because it probably will go up to at least $39.99. I don't even think a $49.99 price point is that out of the realm of possibility, but with Faybreak getting added, with Tides of Terraria coming out, potentially other updates coming out before the release of 1.0, and the price point is ultimately going to go up, the value on Palworld is insane right now. You are getting so much content for your dollar, and you're talking about a game that already, you can easily spend 40, 50 hours on it, even more than that. I know people with well over 100 hours of gameplay, and Palworld's such a relaxing game. It's a game that is great to play while listening to a podcast. I've been on that kick of recommending games while listening to a podcast, but Palworld's a pretty solid one as far as that goes. Now, obviously, with all of the, great things happening with Palworld, like this update, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that, we still do have the lawsuit, which hopefully they do figure that out. Hopefully, pre-releasing 1.0, they get the lawsuit put behind them. I would probably wait until the lawsuit wraps up until I release 1.0, or until Pocket Pair releases 1.0, because if they have to make more gameplay modifications, obviously the big story has been the gliding has been changed, that now we are fundamentally altering aspects of the game because of this lawsuit, so we don't, get into hot water. if it releases in 1.0 and then you have to fundamentally change aspects of the game, I feel like that's just going to upset people greatly. I think people are going to be, and I think regardless, people should just be very, very forgiving of Pocket Pair in this situation. I saw some, and I know I shouldn't take the Steam community page that seriously. A lot of people are just trolling, but people hating on Pocket Pair because they're making these changes. I saw a comment that said they're giving into pressure, like it's their choice. Do you realize they're fighting a behemoth in Nintendo right now? You're giving into public pressure. You gotta stand up to Nintendo. Brothers, they're getting sued! Like, I don't know if you guys realize how a lawsuit works. The fact that, you know, they're finally showing a little bit of transparency in why these changes are being made. I appreciate that because whenever you have these legal situations, you're always told, don't say anything to that can get you in even more hot water publicly, because anything you can say will and can be used against you, I believe, is the saying. But you get the idea. The fact that I saw that comment, and that just honestly, you're giving in to Nintendo. You gotta fight back right now, Pocket Pair. We'll go to man for you. Up the batons, and like we can fight back. Strike Nintendo down. Like, that's not how this thing works, you guys. But you know, I think most people are in my camp where this is a situation where people should be forgiving of Pocket Pair and appreciate the fact that, you know, they shook Nintendo. If nothing else, Nintendo is a company that needed to be shook a little bit, and, you know, if it wasn't going to be Palworld, there was going to be another game, I would imagine, at some point. And it's better that a game like this, like Palworld, exists than it doesn't exist. I think the whole gaming ecosystem and landscape is better off with Palworld existing. However, I think the gaming landscape fundamentally shifts if Nintendo gets the better of this lawsuit. And you know, even at the end of it, if Pocket Pair wins, it's going to be a net negative for I shouldn't say it's going to be a net negative. It's going to be a hurdle that they have to overcome. They have to spend a lot of money. It's going to be mental stress. That's an aspect of it you just can't quantify. But if at the end of it they win the lawsuit, that's going to be amazing public PR for them, and I think that'll give a lot of attention. And if they can win the lawsuit and then parlay that into releasing 1.0, that's like the chef's kiss, the ideal scenario. They will do documentaries about this game. If there is a game that it shook Nintendo to a point of having a lawsuit thrown out at it, then they beat that lawsuit, then they won a 1.0, and Nintendo, and it kind of did something great for gaming. Like, think about that whole story, the ups and downs. That almost seems like something out of a movie, and I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, the documentaries and the movies are created, and I think this is going to be such an interesting story to follow in a decade from now, and, you know, when they can talk more openly about it. Unfortunately, we don't have all the details, but I think if you really assess how many consequences and how many routes this whole story can go, it's kind of insane. It's gonna, and like I said from the beginning of the year and when this lawsuit started, it's gonna be one of the most important stories of all of 2025. Palworld was already gonna be one of the big stories of 2025 with all of these updates coming in, the Terraria update and crossover, but now even more so. And hopefully with the Terraria update, it revitalizes a lot of that goodwill that this game cultivated and crafted in 2024, because while, you know, things have been changed, the spheres, the gliding, you know, you're getting this major crossover content, you're getting a lot of new content rolled into the game. Now they're having an understanding of what they can and can't do as far as the lawsuit is concerned, and more updates are going to be coming. They're keeping the game discounted. They're already offering you a sizable amount to do, and if we're talking about this update in the summer and then maybe another update by the end of the year, early 26, and then you can saddle up for a 1.0 release sometime in the spring or summer of next year, I think you're cooking at that point. That would be incredible, but we'll see how all of this develops. Terraria update coming in the summer, new islands, new pals, that's alongside the crossover content. It's kind of like two separate things all baked into one package, and I'm sure they'll change like the promotion of the game. Like Pocket Pair, when Faybreak came out, they changed the banner to Palworld Faybreak. Now it's back to Palworld. I'm sure it'll be Palworld Tides of Terraria, and they'll promote the game that way, which sounds incredibly effective. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.